Let me first start by saying that I am amazed how you can turn my parody video into a debate victory for your part. My parody video had nothing to do with our abiogenesis debate. In fact, I have made a video which corrects all of my mistakes and your inaccurate claims about abiogenesis. You can find that video here. It is possible for me to do more than one thing at a time. On one hand, I can debate abiogenesis. On the other hand, I can parody your claim of being rational, while at the same time believe that you can predict the future and move objects with your mind. Now, as a scientist, it is part of the scientific method. You have a hypothesis, you test and analyze, and in 9 out of 10 cases, you will find out that you were wrong and have to rethink the whole thing again. Until maybe one day, when you actually make a breakthrough. All through the process, you will document everything and publish all your findings, even the incorrect ones, because there is nothing to be ashamed of. If scientists were always right about all their ideas, we would have eradicated all the diseases by now and solved all of the world's problems. The great thing about science and scientists are that they both are self-correcting, always. Without empirical evidence, you have no evidence. That is why society has abandoned philosophy for science when it comes to understanding the universe. Then you claim that my parody video was a big slander of your character. And since you have repeatedly accused me of not being able to understand the English language, which some would argue that since I'm not a native English speaker is below the belt, I must spank you on your own inability to understand the English language. You made this comment defending that you know how to use a dictionary and that slander is still slander if the claims are true, when in fact, slander is always a false statement. Slander can be used as a verb and as a noun. First, you give the definition of slander as a verb. To utter slander against, defame. Then you give the definition of defame, to harm the reputation by libel or slander. You can defame someone in two different ways, with libel or with slander, and here slander is used as a noun. Then you give the definition of libel. What you should have done was to give the definition of slander as a noun. Slander, the utterance of false charges or misrepresentations, or a false and oral defamatory statement. To slander someone is to defame someone, and you can either defame via libel or slander, and slander is a false charge. My video parodies your rationality claim because a person who believes he can predict the future, like girlfriends dumping and car accidents, and move physical objects with their mind are not rational. James Randi will give you money if any of your wild claims were true, so why don't you collect the cash? Saying I use slander against you is both inaccurate and hilarious, because only someone with your gigantic ego can think that it was slander. And me saying that you have a gigantic ego is not slander either. It is a statement of fact. They claim that my parody video was some sort of retaliation on my part because of your genuine parody videos of me. Here's the deal. When I first noticed the video Simon Trek, I read the description and concluded that it was a parody video of me and that it had no relevance to our abiogenesis discussion. So I decided not to waste 5 minutes of my life watching it. I wasn't even curious about the content, since I have no ego whatsoever. And what a delusional whack job on the internet thinks of me does not even register on my radar. I have not seen any of your parody videos of me. Swearing on a Bible would be pointless. So I will swear on my family's life that I have not watched your parody videos and that I genuinely couldn't care less what is in them or whatever you say about me in them. I am immune towards it because I am an expert of making fun of myself and at my own expense, and I have no ego that can be hurt in any way.